You know, we check it on our phones, we see it on the news, but what does the weather forecast actually mean? Well, today, we're going to decode that language so you can plan your day like a total pro.
Right, you see all these symbols and percentages on your screen, and it can definitely feel like you're trying to read some kind of secret code. But don't you worry, by the end of this, you're going to understand exactly what it's all telling you.
Okay, first things first, let's just zoom out and talk about the big picture. What even is a forecast anyway?
So a forecast is, at its heart, a prediction. It's the best possible guess that meteorologists can make based on all the data they have. It's not a guarantee, but it is a really educated guess. And that's probably the most important thing to remember.
All right, now for the wet stuff. You've probably noticed that weather reports use a few different words for rain. And nope, they don't all mean the same thing. So let's break them down.
The main difference here is really just intensity. So think of drizzle like a light mist coming from a spray bottle. It's annoying, but you might not even need an umbrella. Showers, on the other hand, are more like turning on the shower at home. It's a real period of rain that starts and stops. One's a mist, the other is a proper downpour.
And then, of course, we have the big one, the thunderstorm. It sounds dramatic, but it's actually pretty simple when you break it down. You just need two key ingredients. First, you gotta have lightning. That's the big flash of light. And second, you need thunder. That's the loud boom that follows. You put those two together, usually with some heavy rain, and bam, you've got yourself a thunderstorm.
And you know, not everything that falls from a storm cloud is liquid. While a thunderstorm brings rain, hail is something else entirely. It's solid. Think of hard little balls of ice, kind of like marbles, just falling out of the sky. And unlike fluffy snow, hail can actually be pretty dangerous and cause some real damage.
Okay, so we've covered the words. Now let's talk numbers. What do those percentages and degrees actually tell us about our day?
You see a number like this on your screen all the time, right? 60% chance of rain. But what does that really, truly mean for your plans?
Well, this number is all about probability. A 60% chance of rain doesn't guarantee you're going to get wet. It just means that in 6 out of 10 similar weather situations, it rains somewhere in the area. If you see 95%, yeah, grab your umbrella. 5%, you can probably leave it at home. But 60%, that's right in that tricky maybe zone.
And then we have highs and lows. Honestly, this is your practical guide for what to wear. The high is the warmest it's expected to get, which is usually sometime in the afternoon. The low is the coldest it's going to be, typically late at night. So if you see the high is 60 but the low is 40, you know you're probably going to need a jacket by the evening. Simple as that.
Now let's talk about what is arguably the most important part of any forecast, the warnings. When you see these, it's time to pay very close attention.
When you see or hear this phrase, it's a signal. It's time to stop what you're doing and listen very carefully. This is no longer just a casual prediction we're talking about.
So a warning means that severe weather isn't just possible, it's actually happening, or it's about to happen. This is not a maybe anymore, this is a take shelter now situation. It's different from a watch, which just means conditions are favorable for bad weather. So remember, a watch means be prepared, but a warning means take action.
So, look at that. You now have the tools to be your own weather expert. Let's just quickly recap everything with a simple checklist you can use every single day.
Here it is, your simple 4-step guide to decoding any forecast. First, figure out what kind of rain might be coming. Is it just drizzle? Second, look at that percentage so you understand the probability. Third, check the high and low temps to plan what you're going to wear. And fourth, and this is the most important one, always take severe warnings seriously. See? It's that easy.
So, the next time you check the forecast, you won't just be seeing numbers and symbols. You'll actually be reading the story of the sky. So here's my question for you. What's the one new detail you'll look for tomorrow?